Alright YouTube, back in here for another one. So, Call of Duty Activision decided to finally have their little, I'm doing the air quotes right now, their skill-based matchmaking talk, their matchmaking talk for Call of Duty. Something we've been asking for at least 5 years at this point, but shit, I've been asking for this since Advanced Warfare. Talk to me, tell me how it works. So, I didn't expect to like what I was going to hear, but I also didn't expect to hear so much cap, so much bullshit. Honestly, a lot of this is coming off as damage control, in my opinion. Listen, I'm not going to break down the whole thing for you guys in this video. I've had a really long day today at work, and we just got completely dumped on with snow. So your boy's been dealing with that. I've had a bit of a long day. All right, I'm tired as hell, but we're still going to try to bang this commentary out. I'm going to go through a few of the things that I noticed that were funny. Just some points that Charlie Intel brought up, and I do plan on going through the entire blog myself at some point later on, and maybe making another video on this. But I just want to touch on a couple of things real quick. Now I'm starting to see people, they're already using this, right? Like, I see an exclusive Ace out here, and he's like, oh, now all these idiots are debunked or something like that. Like, just, oh my goodness, man. I remember, if you guys remember, I made a video on this. I remember making that video about exclusive Ace, quote unquote, debunking the skill-based footstep audio, and he did such a half-assed job with it. I was laughing the whole time I was watching it, man. So it's like, he's gonna listen, man. Exclusive Ace is more of the honest shills that you'll find. Like, he's leaning more towards, he'll tell you the truth here and there. You can't trust these people though, man. Even exclusive Ace, you can't trust the man. Like, yeah, when he's giving you weapon stats and all that shit, of course. Take what he says as gospel when it comes to that shit. Opinionated shit with Call of Duty, more often than not, he's gonna toe the company line, because what's best at the end of the day, what's best for Call of Duty is ultimately what's best for his channel. So as long as interest is still there, people are still invested in Call of Duty, they're going to be invested in his content, and he knows that. All these motherfuckers is like this. They're all the same. And I'm also seeing a lot of people out here who always hated on Call of Duty, who are now using this to hate on people who are still critical of the game. Listen, you want to know how you lose all my respect out here on the socials with the quickness? Do that. Do that. Be a Call of Duty hater, right? Always showing up to videos, criticizing the game or whatever, calling out what needs to be called out, jumping on that train and being in the comment section like, yeah, man, I love your videos, man. You're fucking awesome. Love your shit. And then you get bored of the game. So then you start hating on the people who are still critical of the game, calling out that shit that you were once praising. You want to know how you lose all my respect with the quickness out here? Do that. Turn into a hypocrite like that, and it's over, man. I want nothing to do with you. But anyways, let's get into some of this cap. Some of this bullshit I'm seeing from Activision today regarding the matchmaking. I thought this was really funny too, right here at the bottom. Activision has officially confirmed that content creators and streamers, the VIPs, do not get any special treatment in matchmaking. Yeah, that actually could be true though. It could be true, because we know a lot of these cats are out here abusing VPNs, they're reverse boosting, they're doing a lot of cringy shit, Chronos and all that shit. We know, like, dudes like Swag, like, come on, man. You definitely reverse boost. Korean Savage already came out and said he's reverse boost. Remember back in Cold War, I think it was Chain Sleaze admitted that he reverse boost, even though he was hating on anybody trying to call him out. Like, a lot of these cats are out here reverse boosting and doing a lot of shit to get easy lobbies. So this is the one thing I actually agree with here. But check this one out real quick. Activision has also confirmed that players in multiplayer who keep backing out of lobbies because they do not like the map selection just ends up hurting the matchmaking, leaving less games available to play while the empty lobbies are trying to fill. That makes all kinds of sense, considering that they started disbanding lobbies in Modern Warfare 2019, and they've been doing it ever since, and the entire community has been asking them to stop doing it. They had a formula before, right up until Modern Warfare 2019, and that formula worked. People liked having the option of staying in that lobby. You get in there, you meet some cool people, whatever it is, you find a good lobby, you like the way the people are playing in that lobby, you have the choice to stay in there, man. I can't tell you how many times in Black Ops 2 or whatever, I was like, all right, this is my last game, man. I'm getting off. And then I'm about to get off and I see that, oh, look, man, we got grind booting up. I'll play one more game. Or in Black Ops 1, Summit or some shit, Fire Range. All right, man, we got Fire Range. I'm going to play one more game. Like, dude, we could stay in the lobby. This makes no fucking sense at all, especially when you factor in they took away our map vote back in 2019. We got it back with Cold War, and then they brought it back again for Modern Warfare Deuce and Half, but this doesn't make any fucking sense, man. Why would you take away a map vote if this is what's important to you? It makes no fucking sense, man. When somebody has a map vote there, you're more inclined to stay in the lobby, because when you get in there, back in the old days, dude, you get in there, you had 2 maps you could vote on, and if you didn't like those maps, you had random. There was a better chance that somebody had to get the lobby that they wanted, instead of when they join a lobby, you have the one map there and that's it. Dude, I can't tell you how many fucking lobbies I leave in Modern Warfare 2019, Modern Warfare Deuce and shit, because I get in that lobby, it's a map I absolutely hate, like fucking Piccadilly or some shit. I'm out, man. I ain't trying to play Euphrates Bridge. Are you kidding me? I'm gone, man. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, dude. They take away the map vote, they start disbanding every lobby. But apparently, players leaving a lobby because they joined one and it wasn't the map that they like, that hurts matchmaking, though. You like, yo, it doesn't make any fucking sense, man. It doesn't make any sense. Here's the thought, Activision, and obviously I'm not talking about the OG Modern Warfare 2 maps in this one. Make better games, make better maps, and you might not have this problem. But anyways, let us move on to the next cap. Activision has officially on record confirmed that there is no hit registration, damage based, or aim assist based factors that affect matchmaking in any way. Purchasing store bundles does not affect matchmaking in any way. There is no AI in Call of Duty multiplayer. And dude, this just like this guy, you could smell the cap through this screenshot right here. With the amount of proof that we've seen out here, we've seen people out here that really don't like, they never were that type to talk all that negatively about Call of Duty. Like Prestigious Key. Prestigious Key used to be like one of the most positive dudes in the world. Like, this dude comes off as a guy that wouldn't even take a quarter off the fridge because he thought it was his mother's quarter or some shit like that. He's that type of dude. Now, I know he's been critical of Call of Duty a little bit more lately because he's getting tired of the nonsense or whatever. I don't really watch him too often. But didn't he come out here and say definitively that he bought some bundles or whatever the hell it was, and all of a sudden he noticed his matches were easier? I don't see why he would have any reason to lie about that. I know people in the real, I've never, and I'm proud to say this, I've never bought a bundle in Call of Duty, period. I do not buy them. Maybe I'll make a video one day and I'll show you guys my history there, because it shows you what bundles you got. I'll show you guys that I never bought a motherfucking bundle, all right? So I have not been able to test this for myself, but there is people I know in the real who have tested this, and they say every time they bought a bundle, they always notice their next few games, however many it is, maybe 5 games, it could be 10 games. It's random. Their matches always seem to be easier after they buy a bundle. As for there is no AI in Call of Duty multiplayer, I mean, I don't really care too much about it. Like, that's why I never really made a video on this, but I mentioned it in a couple of commentaries, man. And I can say for sure, I've seen some people in my lobbies like that. For me, my perspective and in my opinion, there's no way that that was a human player that I saw, that I was talking about in my commentary. I don't know if I ever uploaded proof of it, but like, dude, I've seen some people out here like, there's no way that that was a human player. But like I said, I don't care enough about it to really talk about it. That's why I never made a video on this. I know Blame Truth made a bunch of videos on this shit, and he was doing the whole conspiracy theorist shit with it, with the music and all that. Whatever, man. He had better proof than I did in my videos anyway, but from what I've seen, it's just bullshit. Especially when you hear so many people where they'll start off a game and they're going beast mode, their whole team is clapping this other team, and all of a sudden it's just like a flip of a switch and it's the complete opposite for the rest of the game. Like, shit is just way too weird out here. But notice how no is in all caps, right? The bundles does not in all caps. There is no hit registration, damage base, or aim assist base factors that affect matchmaking. Notice how all that's in caps, right? Like, careful there, Charlie. Your shill is poking its ugly head out a little bit. But yeah, man, I've seen just way too much proof of damage based, aim assist, whatever you want to call it, hit reg. Like, we've seen just way too much proof of it. You're not going to sit here with a straight face and try to tell me that my eyes are lying to me. These eyeballs that I was born with, they're making up shit, right? I'm deluded and shit. You're not going to tell me. I've seen just way too much proof of it. You're not going to tell me this with a straight face. When I've been playing Call of Duty since COD 4, I seen what it was in the past. I see what it is now. I see how much phonier Call of Duty is now. You ain't going to tell me this ain't a thing in the matchmaking in Call of Duty. You're not going to, I ain't going to entertain this bullshit. This right here, this is straight damage control and it's horse shit. That's all it is. And if they're telling the truth, let's say they're actually telling the truth and there's no factors in there with the patent, with the matchmaking and everything else, they just expose themselves for being the best-selling game year after year, or at least it's one or two. Every single year, best-selling game, and they also make billions and billions of dollars for microtransactions, bundles, in a full-price game. They got all this money. They're making all this money. They just expose themselves for being the richest company in gaming with the cheapest servers possible. Like, never mind looking after their customers. Their customers should be getting the best of the best. We should have the best of the fucking best out here, man. We should have the best servers that money can buy. We should have the most content, period. But instead, we just get the shaft year after year. They keep making all this money, and we just keep getting the cheap of everything. Anti-cheat, servers, the whole nine. But I don't buy that shit, dude. You ain't trying to tell me that there ain't no manipulation going on out here in these lobbies. I've seen it, man. I got the experience to know the difference. I see it almost on a daily basis. I ain't trying to hear any of that bullshit. But anyways, I had a few other screenshots that I was going to break down with you guys in this video. But this video is already getting kind of long. So I think we're just going to focus on the most important one. Maybe we'll come back with another video tomorrow or the next day. And here, they show us here in this screenshot how their matchmaking works in Call of Duty. Matchmaking includes several key factors, with connection being priority. I call cap, like I call ultra cap, ultra mega cap, like connection being priority. Come on, man. Like who the fuck, like who do they think they're talking to, man? They think they're talking to people that don't play the fucking game. And Charlie goes on to say it does also factor in skill, which considers kills, deaths, wins, losses, and more, including mode selection and recent matches. And they break down the factors here. And we have the platform you're on, voice chat, input device. Like, dude, there is just way too many factors here for matchmaking, dude. It was so much more simpler in the past. But dude, you're not going to tell me that connection is a priority or is the priority in Call of Duty's matchmaking when I'm sitting there and I'm not shadow banned. I'm playing on a plain Jane, bare bones PS5 controller. When I was on the Xbox Series, the controller that comes out of the box, that's the controller I'm playing on. And I'm not even a hardcore dude. I don't game like that every day anymore. I definitely don't play Call of Duty like that every day anymore, man. I'm more of a casual. I'm a casual, but I'm experienced at the game because I've been playing for a long time. So I can still kind of hold my own out here. And I'm not doing anything shady. I'm not cheating or anything like that. And still, man, if I have a good game, sometimes I'm sitting there for like a minute, 2 minutes, possibly even more, while my ping is just going up. All right, I got fiber, 1,500 down, 1,000 up. My ping is just climbing, dude. 60, 72, jumps up to 90, whatever, 130, 150 ping. Searching for one lobby of, say, TDM and kill confirmed. I'll have both of them in there in my filters. TDM, kill confirmed, and I'm at like 200 fucking ping looking for a lobby in the brand new Call of Duty. And this was going on like weeks after the new game launched. Like, what the fuck are you guys talking about out here? When I see my connections out here in these lobbies, you're not going to tell me that connection is a priority, man. That's just straight bullshit. That is so much cap. Dude, I lost count at how much cap just in this one screenshot. That's so fucking bullshit, dude. None of this shit makes sense other than skill. Skill is the priority because it's all about player retention for the noobs. This is so much bullshit, dude. They're talking about platforms. All I see is PC players in my lobbies, and that's all we see out here is PC K&M nerds crying about aim assist. So what you talk about input device factors into your matchmaking? And why the fuck are you guys taking time doing research for recent maps and modes? Why the fuck does that factor into matchmaking, man? This is so stupid. You click TDM, you find the people closest to you that are looking for a TDM game, man. What does recent maps and modes have? Come on, bro. Like, playlist diversity? What the fuck is this shit? What is this horse shit that I'm looking at here, man? And clearly, we know that some of this shit right here ain't true. They don't give a fuck about your platform. They don't give a fuck about your input device. That's all we hear is K&M nerds crying every single fucking day about aim assist. Every time they die, they're crying about aim assist being a legal aimbot. That's all they cry about, dude. Input device, bullshit. Connection being a priority, complete bullshit. Time to match, that's bullshit considering how much I sit there looking for a lobby and you guys disband lobbies after each and every single game. So you got to do that after every single game. And I know from proof, I've seen it myself, you don't give a fuck about your time to match. Like, what is this shit, dude? Skill and performance, #1, because they want to protect little Timmy. They don't want little Timmy to get his feelings hurt so that he stays in the game and buys some bundles. This is all so much bullshit here. Platform? Like, dude, anytime I've turned off crossplay, I'm sitting there for minutes looking for one single lobby. And you could jump on the older duties right now, like, and you have no trouble finding a game, dude. But over here, though, on these new games with crossplay, you know, we're sitting there for minutes when we turn off crossplay. And that's why I end up turning on. I don't want to play against the PC crowd with that K&M cheese crying about aim assist. I have no desire to play with these cats. But I don't have the time to sit there for minutes looking for one fucking game just to get kicked out after that game is over, kicked out of that lobby, and to search for minutes again for one more game. I ain't got time for that, man. I just want to get on, get a couple of games in, and get the fuck off. This is all horseshit. And the funny thing is we're going to have a ton of sheep out here, and they're going to cite this every time they want to argue about your opinion in the comments section, man. They're going to keep coming back to this. You see? Stop lying on the internet. Stop making videos about this game, lying about it. You see, you're lying. Look at this. And they're going to put links. Dude, just straight beta male, dork, geek, nerd behavior. Like, there's going to be a lot of sheep out here that are going to keep coming back to this, man. They're going to believe this shit. They're just going to blindly follow this nonsense, ignoring even the shit that they know that Call of Duty straight up lying about with this. And they're just going to blindly follow it, man. Like, straight up the sheep that they are. You know, I seen another screenshot. I'm not going to put it in here. I muted Modern Warzone a long time ago, but I seen someone else talking about this, and he was saying that somebody else mentioned, I didn't see it in the blog, but I guess somebody mentioned in this blog now that they've had skill-based matchmaking since Call of Duty 4. Dude, like, I've been here since COD 4, man. I was a noob in COD 4, and I was a seasoned player after that in Black Ops 1, MWIII and shit. I was on both sides of the fence, all right? I was a noob, and I was not protected. There was definitely no skill-based matchmaking protecting me back then. I seen some of the best players in the game back then when I was a complete noob. And when I was a stronger player, I was getting noobs all the fucking time, man. Like, you know, you weren't getting bot lobbies, though. There was always a strong player or two on the other team. But, dude, I was seeing noobs on a regular. What is a fucking Christmas noob nowadays? Like, what is that? There's no fucking way in hell Call of Duty's had skill-based matchmaking since COD 4. The reason why they're saying this is to take heat off them now for having it. It's like, oh, look, well, we had skill-based matchmaking Call of Duty since COD 4. So what the fuck are you guys complaining about type deal? That's all it is, man. That's all it is. But that is it for this one. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you on that next one.
Friendly UAV on station.